So what just stood out about being at Oklahoma today?
Yeah, the competition for sure. We had a lot of dogs out here ready to compete. The coaching staff did a great job of putting us in a position to learn, and it's ultimately what these camps are about, teaching us how to get to this next level and seeing where we stack up against the competition.
I know that you just finished your sophomore year. What do you think is the main thing that you've been working on in the off season?
Yeah, for sure. I always work on getting bigger, stronger, and faster. And right now we're working on tightening up the mechanics, getting a quicker release. Just a half a tick quicker, so you could really get that ball out late and still be on time.
What stands out about this program to you compared to others, just early on in the process?
Yeah, for sure. The coaching staff and their belief system, they really believe in God here, and that's what they build their program on. And that's a big thing for me. I go to a Christian school, of course, and knowing that in this situation, that without God, I wouldn't be in this situation. To just go into a school that really has that same foundation is very big.
What other schools have you visited? Are you going to visit? What are some of your other contenders?
Yeah, I went to UT. That was my first camp, University of Texas, and I only got 2 more left. It's Clemson and USC, and we got a lot of camp 7-on-7 with the school team.
What stood out about your performance today? What do you think you did well? What do you think could have been worked on? Just overall thoughts.
No, for sure. Going back home and really work on my deep balls. I've overthrown a lot of those, so just working on being more consistent and knowing the receiver I'm throwing to and how to get that ball to him every time to give him a chance. And it has some good throws there, but that's what we expect to do as one of the top quarterbacks, and continue to put the work in.
Who were some of the other guys that really stood out to you today?
There's a kid named Cooper, and there's a couple other receivers that were just really dogs that I kept going with. It was a big tight end. I got to get his name, but we had some dogs out here for sure.
I saw some of your reps with Cooper. You mentioned him. Did it kind of surprise you? He's not that tall. He's not that big of a guy. Just seeing his catchability, his speed. What was cool about that?
Yeah, sure. He first caught my eye when we were doing routes on there. He had ran under a ball, and I was like, okay, that kid's different. And then he came out of a break. And you know how some receivers, you can tell how they come out of break, they're going to be different. And then we came out here. He had told me, he was like, the coaches were telling me to get with you. So I was like, all right, bet, so let's go. First one, he just ran over a slot fade, and I knew he was different for sure.
Peyton, you're from Louisiana, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so not too far from here. Have you been to a Sooners game yet?
I have.
Okay.
I went to the University of Tennessee one.
Oh, okay, nice. What did you think was cool about the atmosphere just being at the stadium?
No, it's different for sure. It's a great atmosphere. And I'm ready to see what this new atmosphere looks like with the new coaching staff.
I know that you're obviously from SEC country, being from Louisiana. Just how much of a draw is it to stay kind of in this region of the country where football is almost a religion?
Yeah, it's definitely big down here in the South for sure. There's no really tie though. Wherever God calls me to be, that's where I'm going to be.